Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the channel. Make sure if you enjoy this video, you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. If you really want to help the channel out, you can always become a patron. Go check out all my other videos after this if you haven't already. Right, Ralf Rangnick at Manchester United. I am, of course, a Manchester United fan and I had to do this. I very rarely jump on things that have just happened, but I couldn't resist. I had a bit of time last night. I was chilling in bed. So I put a few save files together for this little experiment. And while they were simulating, I read up about him, watched a video about him, which is about his tactics, which I quite enjoyed, really. I hope he can get United playing like that. I'll put a link to that video down below in the description if you want to learn more about how he plays and his style, etc. But yeah, I mean, as a United fan, I'm buzzing with this. Now I've learned more about him. I knew of him. Of course, I've heard his name, but I didn't know too much about him. And now I know, apparently, he is the godfather of modern German football, apparently. Loves the Gegenpress. A lot of managers have copied how he did things at Leipzig and Hoffenheim, possibly Schalke. People like Klopp and Tuchel, however you want to say his name. So I'm really intrigued, and apparently, you know, he's coming in for 6 months, and we're going to keep him on after that as an advisor, which I think sounds really good because he's built stuff. He's a builder, apparently. So will he fit coming straight in here short term? I like it. I like the idea of him. He sounds like he's got great tactical brain, which is something I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had. And I think, you know, he might give these players a kick up the arse and start weeding out the weak and build up for the future. So I'm very excited. So, using the Power Football Manager, I thought we'd have a look. We'll have a put him in charge, give him a season, and see what he can do with these players. But first, we need to do something else. Now, with any experiment, you could run a simulation a million times, get the same results, get different results, get massively different results. Like I always say though, when I do an experiment, I like it to be contained within itself. Just run a season for whatever you're doing and go off that. So, if we're going to see how Ralf does at United, I felt like it was only fair that I simulated a season with Ole still in charge and see what he can do and use that as the base, as the platform to compare Ralf to. So here we are, the start of the game, the start of the season with Ole. Now he is a club legend. He always will be a club legend. But he should never have been Manchester United manager. No more than the interim manager. I've never been Ole in. I just never thought, I didn't think he had the CV. I don't think he's proved himself at all. He didn't have the tactical ability. He looks too soft to me. I'd not be scared of him. I don't think I'd go an extra gear for him. And I think that's proven with some of the players at United. So yeah, I am happy he's gone. Love it a bit still. But God, am I happy he's gone. So, let's see how he did this season. So here we go, and we're going to jump straight in with the Premier League. And Manchester United finished 4th. So they got into the Champions League, which is okay, 75 points, miles behind Liverpool. Good chunk away from freaking City. Not too far off Chelsea. Good distance between Arsenal and 5th. Still disappointing. No one in the top goal scorers. No one in the best players. Yeah, I mean, I'd take that this year. But it's still disappointing. Straight out in the 3rd round against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Come on, Ollie lad. Straight out in the 3rd round in the FA Cup. And then in the Champions League, he did manage to get through the group. He didn't start too well, getting beat off Atletico. Got one of Ralph's former teams there. Beat Real Madrid. That's fantastic. And then got beat off Barcelona. So yeah, quarterfinals. Out the cups domestically early and finished 4th in the league. Ooh, that's interesting. He didn't even make the season. See, I just simulate and I pick dates, I save it. I don't look because I like to find out with you. So he didn't actually complete that year. I'm guessing, is that after the FA Cup? Maybe. They've got rid of him. So he didn't get to the quarterfinal at Champions League. It was Allegri by the look of it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. I don't want him in charge at United. Hopefully we don't take him off Juventus. So yeah, he did. Now I've seen, before I forget, I've done a lot of simulations this year. And I've seen United win a league here and there. I've seen them win cups. I've never seen them win it straight away. And I've seen Ole stay in the job. I've also seen Ole get sacked. But to see him get sacked like this is very interesting. He's not good enough, is he? But can Ralf do any better? So here we go. Back to the beginning of the season, and you'll see Ralf. Look at him. I like him. I like him already. Now I've learned more about him, I'm very excited. I would love to know, if you're a Man United fan, what you think about all this, what kind of impact you think he's going to make. If you're not a United fan, again, let me know. And if you don't know too much about him, like I said, especially his tactic video, I'm going to put it down below in the description, a link to it. Check it out. If you can get us playing like that, I'll be very happy. So here we are with his attributes, according to Football Manager. Now, he looks like a great coach, great attack coach, great tactical coach. Look at that. Technical coach, great working with youngsters, very determined. I mean, his motivation and playing people management now isn't awesome. Judging potential. I mean, it looks like he likes young players. He spends a lot on youth signings, signs lots of youth players. Yeah. I mean, he does like the youth. Now, what I've learned about him is they call him like the godfather of the Gegenpress, really. He's took a lot from a legendary Milan manager, he adapted it, other people have copied him. It kind of reminds me of a Bielsa in a way. Like a manager that's got this awesome rep. Everyone raves about him. All the big time managers have won way more than him because he hasn't actually won a lot like Bielsa. And he hasn't actually managed a super club like Bielsa, but he's just got this reputation. He's proven himself with the way he's played, the way he's changed tactics, especially in Germany. So of course, he did wonders at Leipzig. He was Schalke manager, Hoffenheim manager. I think he did fantastic there. So, I mean, he's never really been at a huge club like a Manchester United or a Barcelona or a Bayern or someone like that. He's 63 years old. Now, also, apparently he's the godfather of the Gegenpress, but on here it says his tactical style's tiki-taka. And then when I saw that, I thought, really? 4-4-2? But then when I watched a video about his tactics, that's his main tactic, but it can change. It's very fluid. He does like to switch between that and a few other different tactics. Loves the high press, high energy. It's all about quick attacks, little triangles, that kind of football. So I'm very excited. Don't know how long it's going to take him to kick our squad into gear, because our team is very good. We've got a lot of great players. They're just not playing like a team. A lot of them aren't working hard enough. Some of them are going to have a wake-up call. And I'm hoping he does what I've been saying all year in FM22, weeds out that week and sets us up great for next year. So, how's he going to do? Well, I'm going to jump in at the halfway point. It's the 1st of January, and Manchester United are currently sitting in third on 36 points, only 2 points off the top, although they have lost 6, drawn 3, won 11. Cristiano Ronaldo, leading goal scorer, so he's doing it, because I think there's some worry is if Cristiano's going to fit into the way he plays. We'll have to wait and see. He scores goals for fun. But third, halfway, still in touching distance of a title. That's really, really good, in my opinion. Let's take a look at his results in the Premier League, and it didn't start off too great. I mean, he drew with City, 2-2, that's not too bad. But then he got beat off Thomas, one of his proteges, or someone who said he's took a lot from him, the way he plays, his tactics. So he didn't start great, but at least he bounced back there, winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bounce. Then went on a 3-game losing streak. Ouch. I mean, getting beat off Brighton at Old Trafford is not good. Drew with Wolves, won a couple of games there. Got beat off Southampton at Old Trafford. That's not good. 1-3 on the bounce, beating Spurs. Then he got beat off one of his other guys who says he's influenced by him, Klopp. And then he drew with City again. So to me, that's a bit, it's too rainbowy, I call it, when it's too many colours. All the colours of the rainbow. It's a bit sketchy. It's not like he's finding a bit of form, then he's not. He's had some weak-ass results there. I mean, but you look at where he's in the league, he's still in touching distance of the title, so, that's good. But when you look at that, it don't give you a lot of hope. If it carries on like that, he ain't going to win nothing. And possibly might not do much better than Solskjaer. He's out of the Carabao Cup after beating Brentford 2-1, Peterborough 1-0, he got beat of Arsenal 3-1. Ouch. On to the Champions League, because of course there's no FA Cup yet. And the group stage again, it's like, if this season carries on like this, it's going to be average, isn't it? It's not a lot of consistency yet, is there? We'll have to wait and see. But he's got through that group with his old team in it, which is fantastic. And now he's got Bayern Munich. Yeah, I'm not holding up much hope for that Bayern Munich game with the way things are kind of looking at the minute. Now, we're going to go on to the transfer. It's the halfway point. He might make some in January, and you've obviously got the transfers that have actually been made. But he's picked up Paulinho on a free. Looks like he might have made a couple more moves. No one major. It's the outs that interest me. So he sold Martial for 18 million. Didn't like him. I don't think he'll work in this kind of the way he plays. Martial's been buggered. He's loaned out Fred, so we've got no McFred. Phil Jones has gone out, and Matic gone out as well on loan. Right, interesting. If we click on his tactics, we'll see he looks like he's been playing a 4-4-2 throughout the majority of the season. I'm not saying this is his best team. That's probably the last team he had out on the pitch. I mean, really? He's got him playing. Oh, that's interesting. Now, I've looked at a few things before in United, and I never see this kid get a sniff. But he's young. Maybe he suits his tactic. Maybe he likes him, Ralf. He's played 4 Champions League games, and he's started 16 games in the Premier League. That's exciting. Little wonder kid as well. So the halfway point, I'm a bit, he's giving youth a chance. He's got rid of some players like Fred, which is, pretty mad. But with the game itself isn't really saying he's going to move mountains yet. But it's still a long way to go. Maybe things will click into place. Or maybe it'll all end like a bit of a wet fart. So now jump forward to the 1st of June. The season is over. Of course, at the FA Cup, he beat Norwich 3-1 and then got knocked out by our second arch rival after Liverpool, in my opinion, Manchester City. Bernardo Silva and Jesus himself scoring the goals. Ronaldo getting ours. So that's disappointing. Over to the Champions League and reverse the dates. And fair play, he got past Bayern Munich. Beat him 3-2 at home, 1-1 at their place. Got Real Madrid in the next one. Went to penalties. Wow, scraped through there. Then got Liverpool, got annihilated at Anfield 3-0. And then it was 2-2 at Old Trafford. So Liverpool got to the Champions League final. That's okay. I mean, he did better there. I mean, all he didn't get to the quarters, he'd already been sacked. But that's pretty respectable. I mean, I would not be unhappy if we got to a semi-final of the Champions League this year. I'd probably eat my own scrotum. Check this out. How the hell has that happened? Last time we looked, they only lost 6 games. Still only lost 6 games. Won the league by 9 points, beating Man City, Chelsea 3rd, Liverpool 4th. Cristiano Ronaldo, top goal scorer and the 3rd best player in the league. How? That's how. What a running. That is amazing. I did not expect that after looking at the pretty rainbow colours they were putting together there. Now, I mean, is that just a case of he had the time? Things have come into place. Players are knowing his tactic. It just came together. That can happen. It's happened for me when I play. If you push on through, you weed out the weak, like I keep saying. I mean, wow, beat Chelsea 1-0. Beat Liverpool 2-0, and they just got knocked out of the Champions League. They couldn't beat him over 2 legs. I mean, that is, to me, I'm shocked. I mean, if he could come in and pull that off in real life, I'd be over the moon. I mean, that is brilliant. I did not expect him to win. I was expecting a top 4 maybe a little bit better than what Ollie achieved. But that's blown me away. That's bloody brilliant. Fingers crossed that happens in real life. Let's have a look at the transfers. What did he do? Well, he brought 4 players in January. Spent a bit of money. So he brought this lad from 24-year-old defender from Fiorentina. Bought another lad here, 4.9 million. 19 years old. Another 19-year-olds. Lads with promise. Yeah, all young, all 24 and under. So yeah, he does go down that route. Out the door, Jesse Lingard went to Wolves. Fair play. Eric went out on loan, so he's got rid of a lot, really. Even if it's just out on loan, he got rid of a lot of crap. He's brought in a lot of youth, and like he gave youth a chance. This is the squad, arranged by average rating, so you can see the players who did it for him. He got tons out of Sancho, best player in the team. Ronaldo there with 30 goals. Rashford played a lot. Obviously, Fernandes. It looked like he went with Henderson. Did he go with Henderson over Dave? Well, they've shared it 50-50, really. He had 28. Dave's got 27. So he was 50-50 in the keepers. He's used Greenwood. I mean, he made Harry Maguire look like a good player. Varane was playing as well. It's this lad. 26 starts, 15 as a sub. I've never seen him get used like that. Not by Ollie on this game. So that's really interesting. He's give kids a chance. A lot of lads like Cavani, a lot have been substitute players. But yeah. I can't believe he's won the league. I didn't think he would. I didn't think he'd win anything, I'll be honest with you. He got himself 2 managers of the month in April and what was it, January, but he kicked in the second half of that season. He just kicked that team into gear, everything just came together. Undefeated. And he won himself Manager of the Year. I mean, I'm not looking too much into this. I'm not thinking he's going to be this super saviour and this is going to happen in real life. But this has given me a lot of hope, because you can put managers in charge of teams on this game and it don't really work. But I like that it's like there's some structure to it. He's come in, he's got rid of some players I never see leave United. He's given other youngsters a chance. He's made signings that aren't big names, the youngsters for the future. It was a bit sketchy at first. Yeah, he got knocked out of some cups. He got to a semi-final of the Champions League, but then it's like he just, when it came to the league, just turned him into a machine and just went full force and won a freaking league title. That's brilliant. I love. You never know what's going to come out of stuff like this, but this has really pleased me. And he's got himself on the favoured personnel list, and if he could do something like that, that'd be fantastic. I mean, knowing United, if he did do something like that, we'd probably give him the job. And if he did do something like that, would I be unhappy with that? Probably not. I mean, some of the names are getting thrown about. Pochettino. Am I sold on that? No. I mean, is Ten Hag, what his name is at Ajax? Possibly. I mean, I don't want Brendan Rodgers. So, you know, if this is, I mean, he's 63 years old, but he's got a good amount of years left in him. If he could come in and do something like that in real life and they give him the job, I don't think I'd be unhappy. I've got a good friend. I call him Irish Dave. He's an absolute legend. He's more, well, part German, wants to go and live out there. I think he's lived there in the past. He knows loads about German football. And he was raving about this guy ages ago to me, all over Twitter, saying that's where we need to go, that's where we need to go. And I was thinking, what? And it looks like it's definitely going to happen. And if it does happen, if this happens in real life, well, Dave, I might send you some beers. Although Dave lives in Russia, so I don't know how that's going to work out. And what amazes me and all, he's done it all with this 4-4-2. And like I said, if you watch that tactic video, you'll see, you know, it can change. He'll use a 4-4-2 with a diamond sometimes. Or, you know, he can switch to 3 at the back. But his main focus usually is that 4-4-2, more like a modern 4-4-2. But as a United fan, an older United fan, I grew up with a classic 4-4-2. You know, we used to always have a back 4. We'd have like Scholes as attacking central midfielder, Keane a defensive midfielder, a tricky fast left winger, a superb passer on the right, 2 good strikers. So, you know, if he can make that work, then fair play. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what he can do at Manchester United in real life. Well, there you go. That is the end of the video. Just a little experiment I threw together last night, just to see for myself and hopefully show you too. Even if you're not a Man United fan, I hope you enjoyed it enough for all of you to smash the thumbs up. Let me know, again, even if you're not a Manchester United fan, what you think of this move for Manchester United going forward, what you think of him as a manager, if you know about him, and if you don't know too much about him, like I said, watch that video. I'll put a link to it down below. And there's loads of videos on him on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, personally, I'm excited. That's given me a lot of hope. It's really surprised me, especially when I was looking at the results in the league. Some of them were poor. But then to see that second half of that season, how they just clicked into gear, like, I love that. I just imagine, you know, the team just, you know, when you're playing it yourself and you've got all your link-ups and your tactic and things just start to click. It clicked. We're Manager of the Year and a Premier League title. Wow. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch it. I really, really do appreciate it. If you are new, hopefully you do subscribe and stick around for future content, and maybe go and watch my other content, especially my current rebuild with Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, thank you. Stay happy, stay safe. I'm Bood. Bye-bye.